Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So I wanted to talk about ways in which I am changing my life this year. Like seriously, I am literally saying it, I'm gonna throw it out there, but like 2022 is gonna be a great year, like an amazing year, the best year of your life, okay? I know that there are loads of things in life that we can't control, there are ups and downs, things happen unexpectedly, but it's gonna be a great year. You have to tell yourself that and you have to believe that, otherwise you're just gonna set yourself up for failure, and we don't want that, right? 2021 for me was a year of like growth, and I had huge mindset shifts, and I don't think I've done so much growing like ever in my life. It was honestly crazy. And so now that I have grown, I am ready for adventures. I don't really know what I'm excited for because a lot of stuff hasn't really been planned, but it's gonna happen. And as I said, this video is all about the small things that I'm doing to change my life, the ways in which I've already started to change my life this year in 2022. There are 6 kind of small habits that I'm implementing into my daily life and my routines. These are like personal to me, but you guys can implement them into your own lives. You can put your own spin on them, or you can just like use this video for inspiration to find the ways in which you want to start changing your life in 2022. And I'm not saying these things are going to change overnight and instantly, but they're things that you have to work on constantly. But yeah, definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and we will dive straight in to all of these things that I just wanted to share with you guys. So the first thing that I have changed so far in 2022 is that I am waking up earlier, and I'm waking up at the same time every single day to make it consistent, because I felt that last year I kind of fell out of a routine and I didn't really know what I was doing. I just couldn't really make my mind up as to when I wanted to go to bed and when I wanted to wake up, and I did find it really hard to wake up. Like nothing was getting me out of bed in the morning, even though I had stuff to do and I wanted to get up. Like my body just didn't physically get up, and I didn't really know how to change it, and I almost didn't have the motivation to want to change it. So at the moment I'm basically waking up at 7 AM every single day consistently, and the only thing I feel for me that helps me get out of bed in the morning is putting my alarm on the other side of the room. So I put it on my desk here, and so that means I have to get out of bed, physically stand up and turn off the alarm, because it's making that annoying noise and it's vibrating and it won't shut up. Like I literally jump out of bed no matter how tired I am and I go and turn it off, and because I'm physically up, that means, you know, I'm up, right? Whereas before I would have my phone sometimes under my pillow, and sometimes I just put it on the floor next to my bed. And I know it's so hard to do this, but not snoozing your alarm is something that you have to force yourself to do. Like you cannot snooze your alarm, because otherwise it's like, oh, I'll allow myself 5 more minutes, and then it becomes 10 minutes, and then it becomes 50 minutes, an hour, and yeah, you may as well have not set your alarm for that early if you were gonna like sleep in for another 2 hours, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm waking up at 7 AM and I just already feel so much better. I've never known if I'm a morning or an evening person, but I do feel I have that morning person in me, because I love the feeling of getting to like 12 noon and being like, wow, I've achieved so much already and we're not even halfway through the day. Another thing that sounds really backwards is that last year I felt as if I was getting too much sleep. And I don't know if this is an actual thing, but sometimes I'd feel more tired when I'd have more sleep. And so if anything, it was like too much sleep was making me feel tired. So I normally get around 7 to 8 hours sleep. That works for me. So I go to bed at around 11 PM, 11:30. I try to keep it before midnight if possible. That doesn't always happen, but that just means that I get 7 or 8 hours sleep every night, and that works for me. If you want to start waking up earlier, you can't really do that without going to bed earlier to ensure that you get a decent amount of sleep and quality sleep. You can't go to bed late and also wake up super early. You can't have all of that at once, you know? You have to reschedule things and shuffle things around. Often when we hear of people getting up really early, you're like, oh my gosh, they must be doing so much more than me because they have so many more hours in a day, when in reality they probably go to bed sooner than you. Don't compare yourself basically to others, okay? Do what you want to do, but for me at the moment, waking up at 7 AM is like the sweet spot. So the next one is related to my last video that I posted on my channel all about me taking a week off social media to see how I felt. And honestly, as I said in that video, I did not expect to learn so much about myself and how I use my phone and social media, but I am just so glad I did it. I, going forward, have said to myself, like, I've made a pact with myself that, you know, I am going to spend less time on social media, or I'm going to spend more time away from my phone. When I am using social media, like I'm scrolling on Instagram or I'm watching people's stories, I feel so much more engaged and it's so much more valuable instead of me just tapping and not really thinking and subconsciously comparing myself to other people. I just feel like it's given me more time to myself to be present in my own life, which is probably the main thing that I've taken away from that week. And it really taught me that I don't often need to go on my phone. Like, I go on it sometimes unnecessarily. Number 3 is related to using my phone and social media, but it's kind of more specific in that I have said no to using my phone first thing in the morning. Again, last year I found myself scrolling on my phone first thing in the morning, which did not do anything good for my day. It's literally a game changer, this one. I've never liked going on my phone first thing in the morning, and part of the reason why I'm waking up earlier at like 7 AM now is because I don't want to go on my phone first thing in the morning when I wake up earlier. The contrast in my days when I don't use my phone first thing versus those when I do, it's just like so huge, and I just feel so much better for not doing that. So yeah, no screens, no phone first thing in the morning. Number 4 is essentially something I have done. I actually did it today, a bit before I filmed this video, but the inspiration for me doing this came from the Diary of a CEO podcast, where Stephen interviewed Ben Francis, who is the founder of Gymshark and now the CEO of Gymshark. The sun has suddenly come out, like it was really dull. Literally, I'm like the same color as my walls, which is quite worrying, we could say. This hair as well, I'm just looking at the flicks at the end, I'm like, wow. Ben essentially was talking about how he's kind of improved himself, and he mentioned like thinking about or writing down all of the things that you're bad at or all of the things that you're not so good at. And so listening to that, I was like, oh, that sounds like quite an interesting exercise as kind of like self-reflection. And so I wrote down in my bullet journal, I am good at, and then I wrote down I am not so good at. Sorry, we need to sort out this lighting. Son, I love you, but like just not right now. In writing down or in thinking about the things that you are not so good at or bad at, it means that you can work on them, because often we will just say that I'm bad at this or I'm not so good at this. We almost surrender to ourselves. If you have like weaknesses and things that you're not so good at, who's to say that you can't change that? So I've written down I am not so good at like socializing, especially in large groups of people I don't know. I feel awkward, I overthink what I say, and I often say odd stuff. It's the introvert in me and a bit of social anxiety. I've talked quite a lot about these feelings, and as I said, I often say that I am this, like I am socially awkward or I am an introvert. And I just almost let that define me, and it doesn't give me any flexibility to try and change that. You can without a doubt change these things and work on them, or at least try to. I'm gonna try and stop labeling myself as someone who is an introvert or someone who can't get over things quickly or fails to talk to others when I'm annoyed or frustrated about something. I'm not gonna label myself as those things. I'm gonna say, okay, I feel this way and I am like this now, but I'm gonna try and change that. So yeah, the 5th thing that I am starting to incorporate into my daily life most days is I want to do some sort of learning every single day. And this relates to what I said at the start, you know, like waking up early and feeling motivated to get out of bed in the morning. I have dedicated at least an hour to my mornings where I do some form of learning. And this is really going back to my roots, because when I kind of sat down with myself and I thought about what I really enjoy and what I am always motivated to do, like I don't have to work on finding motivation, I just do it because I love it. It kind of sounds a bit strange, but like the concept of a lecture and learning through watching something and making notes on what they're saying is something I find very enjoyable. You might not be able to relate to that. I'll be making some biology notes, or I'll be watching a course online and I'll be making notes, or doing some like language learning or something. Any form of learning is something I'm trying to do in the mornings. It like gives me that drive to wake up in the morning, because I'm like, yes, I want to get up and do some learning, because I felt like I'd almost forgotten what I really loved doing. This idea of lifelong learning to me has always been really important, and I am a sturdy tree with roots in the learning soil. That was a very bad analogy and a very strange one, but you know what I mean? Like, those are my roots. Learning. I'm not going to say any more about that analogy. But I will save it for my own head. I feel like I am going to say this here. It might not be live by the time you're watching this, but I am basically starting to put together sets of biology notes based on what I did at Cambridge and at UCL, and I might go back even further to my like A-level stuff, but I am going to be making sets of biology notes on loads of different topics, because I have so much information like stored on my Mac and in folders and stuff. But I am going to start like trying to distribute these learning resources with you guys. They will be stuff that you pay for, but I'm hoping that if you are a biology student, or if you're just interested in learning about biology and you want to read stuff, then I'm hoping that these notes will be really valuable and useful. I want to share biology knowledge in so many different ways. I obviously have biology, I tutor through Polygemia, and yeah, I think this is going to be a new little addition to that type of stuff in 2022. So I'm currently working on notes. I'm setting everything up and having to learn about how you do all of this as well, and yeah, I will let you know when everything is launched. The sixth thing is the last one, and it's something that I never thought I would sit here and be excited to talk about. It was also one of my goals from last year in 2021, when I set 21 goals for 2021. I said that I wanted to learn more about finances, and I didn't really fulfill that goal, because to be honest with you, at the time I still wasn't really motivated to learn about finances. Let's be real, like, I'm not a financial expert in any way, but being self-employed, it means that I have to deal with a lot of my finances, like sort out my tax and everything. I have people who help me do this, and my mum has been like a huge part in helping me organize my finances. In an alternative life, my mum is an accountant, like she's really good at organizing finances and stuff. I have always like literally detested sitting down and going through everything, because I just didn't enjoy it, or I told myself I didn't enjoy it. But oh my gosh, I have started to do more financy related stuff, and there is also going to be a few more financial money related videos coming out, which I hope you guys will enjoy and find useful. I have actually realized that taking control of my finances, understanding what's going on, doing things myself, and actually putting time into like learning about finances and how everything works, it's so rewarding and fulfilling, and I'd actually say quite fun. I will always have professionals helping me, but I just want to feel as if I'm in the driver's seat, whereas before I wasn't even in the car. Like, the financial car was just speeding down the motorway and I was on a bike just riding through the fields. I had no clue what was going on with my finances. I didn't want to care as well, but now I kind of had this big shift and I feel really good about it. So that is the last thing, finances, and yeah, those are the 6 things that I am doing to kind of start changing my life this year and really working to making 2022, as I said at the start, the best year of my life. Obviously there will be more things that I will do and start to change, but these 6 things, they're all very much related. You know, like waking up consistently and earlier, to then learn, to not be on my phone, to take more time to be present in my own life and sit down and do finances and whatever, you know, they're all very much related in some way. And I hope that this inspires you to start, you know, improving your own life and working on yourself and growing. And as I said, even though we can't control so many aspects of our life, you can put routines and habits into place that you think will benefit you. And as I said, I'm already feeling good vibes with 2022. You watch, something disastrous is going to happen tomorrow or next week or next month, who knows, but whatever, I'm trying to, you know, say that I'm happy right now, I'm doing my best right now, and that's all I can really do, that's all you can really do, you know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see any similar types of videos, or if there's anything I can share some advice on, then let me know as well. Comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and hit the bell so you know when I upload. And as always, I will speak to you very soon in another video. Bye guys!